Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be when you are in the narcissistic fog. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So first of all, the narcissistic fog, let's identify what that is. That is where you were. Perhaps you were there recently, and that is the part of the relationship that when you are in right after the love bomb or euphoric stage. That is when you become in the zombie-like trance state of the narcissist. This is when you are working for the narcissist. This is when you become a extension of the narcissist. This is when you're believing that you are in a healthy and or stable relationship. Nothing could be further from the truth. Remember, every narcissistic relationship benefits one person. It's the narcissist. These are relationships that are destined towards destructionsville. The narcissist knows this. You didn't. Hence, you are in the narcissistic fog. When you are in the narcissistic fog, you sincerely have lost yourself. You don't know what's going on. You are working for another individual. Perhaps you're married to them. Perhaps you are a business associate with them, but you're actually doing most of the work because the narcissist is sitting back collecting the fruits of your labor. Maybe it's a friendship. Maybe it's a person in a community or an organization who's consuming your time. But when you're in the narcissistic fog and you don't know what narcissism is, that is not a good place to be, because it is advantaged narcissist and or toxic individual, because they know it's going to take you a while to figure out what they are doing to you, how they're manipulating you, how they're gaslighting you, why they don't answer your texts, why they tell you they will meet you on Friday night at 5 o'clock when they never show up, or ghost you, or invalidate you, or blame shift you. The whole time, remember, in a narcissistic relationship, what they want to do is they want to take you super high, meaning give you euphoria and everything's great, and then they want to drop you super low. That's called the high-low, high-low. Same thing with the push-pull. They want to push you away and draw you back in. That's the push-pull, high-low, push-pull. These are unstable relationships. And when you are in the narcissistic fog, you don't know what's going on. You are living moment to moment, day to day, trying to figure out who this person who turned out to be the narcissist, who they are. And are they going to be in a good mood when the front door opens? Are they going to be in a good mood when you meet them out at a restaurant? Who knows? Are they going to gaslight you? Are they going to triangulate you with other individuals? Remember, back then when you were in the narcissistic fog, you didn't really believe that there were people like this that walked the planet, that were people that actually did not have your best interest at heart. The truth is, many people are like that. Many people want to take from you, and when they're done, they want to take more. That is what a narcissist does. That is exactly how callous and how shallow the narcissist is. They just go from person to person, relationship to relationship, blowing up these relationships in their wake of destruction, devastation, lies, manipulation, and deceit. That is why, perhaps, if your relationship ended, let's say you were discarded as an example, and if you were, my heart goes out to you, but let's say you were, that's why the narcissist can move on so quickly, because they never got attached to you. They never were really in love with you. They never actually cared about you. The only thing they cared about was what you provided, which was your resources, which were your resources. Again, I mention this so frequently on the channel, like your time, your money, your love, your empathy, your effort, what you provided. Maybe you had a beach house in Mexico. Maybe you were part of a country club. Maybe anything you offered that the narcissist could take from you, it's what they did. And remember, many times the narcissistic relationship, many times, not always, but many times it involves or includes financial abuse, which is the narcissist has their own money, or maybe they don't, but if they do, they will squirrel away their money and they will use your money. In other words, what is theirs, what is yours is theirs. It's not until many times it's not until it's too late, when your bank account, which used to be flush with money, is on empty right now or running really low, that you realize, wait, what's going on here? I'm paying for everything, and wait, this person doesn't love me, they don't care about me, and now they've disappeared on me, hence the discard, things like that. But when you're in the narcissistic fog, it's not a good space, because you feel isolated, because you are. You feel alone because you can't communicate what you are experiencing on a day-to-day basis with your friends or family members, because they won't get it, because they haven't gone through the narcissistic abusive cycle. Yet you are experiencing these toxic behaviors day after day. You're walking around on eggshells. You are becoming a shell of yourself, and you don't know which way to turn. Another thing, many times you will seek counsel. Maybe you go to see a qualified individual, and discuss this relationship, and perhaps the individual can't identify narcissism. And then again, you hit a roadblock. You're like, what's going on here? I don't know it. And the further you get into the narcissistic fog, the deeper you get in there, the more difficult it is to get out. Here's another example. Many times people that have come through the fire of the narcissistic abusive cycle, in other words, they've healed and they understand exactly what narcissism now is, and they put themselves back together. Many times they can identify with family members or friends if these people, in fact, are in a toxic narcissistic relationship. Now, this is a fine line. Does the individual who has healed themselves, the one I'm referring to, and my hope is it's you, that you're on the channel, does this individual step in and say things? Now, really focus on what I'm saying. If they say something, let's say it's a friend, and they realize that the friend is married to a narcissist or a toxic individual, and they can say something to this person, but now really think about this. The person, their friend may say, well, what are you talking about? Like, your relationship blew up. You shouldn't be giving me advice, or you shouldn't, like, I know what I'm doing. I'm in love. Everything's good. I don't need that advice. And that could blow up the relationship. The other thing is, you could sit on the sidelines and do nothing and just hope that this person figures it out, which is honestly probably not a bad idea. The point is, you figure out what you're going to do. But that's why narcissistic relationships are so toxic, because when you're in the fog, you don't know what's going on. And it's not until you get the education on the narcissistic abusive cycle and you've actually gone through it, by the way, that you understand, oh my gosh, this is just so insidious, it's disgusting. And people do this? Yeah, they do. They do it each and every day, and they're doing it right now all over the globe. My hope is that you have gone no contact, blocked the narcissist, deleted them, and or removed all flying monkeys and people associated with them, and you are well on the healing path, and or you have healed. But either way, you're moving forward. But having said that, that's a fine line. You see, when an individual is in the narcissistic fog, they don't know what they're up against. They don't know. They just know something's wrong, and they are isolated. They do feel alone. They are an extension of the narcissist. They probably, if let's say they're married, then they do believe in their vows. They don't want to give up on that. And the narcissist knows all of this. They're playing on your empathy. They're weaponizing your strength against you, which is your empathy and your love for them. Now, the narcissist, again, do they love you? No, they don't. They never have. They never will. They're incapable of love. What they want to do is they want to extract your love and weaponize it against you. So you're pining for them. So you continue to work for the narcissist. So they will give you a little dose of the love bomb stage when it's appropriate, after perhaps you have paid for more things or done whatever they want you to do. Then they show you that little sliver of the love bomb, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're not that bad. It's great. And then boom, here we go, all over again. It just goes around and around and around. That is why it is so difficult to break free from the narcissistic abusive cycle, specifically if you're in the narcissistic fog. Now, a different element is if you understand and identify that the person you're thinking of is the narcissist, and you know what narcissism is, that's a whole different thing. Perhaps, again, you're tethered to the narcissist who let's say it's your sibling or your spouse. Well, that's a whole different video. The point is, if you've identified it, my hope is you're getting the wisdom and you're coupling that with your experience, and you're understanding, I do need to get out of this. I do need to remove myself from these people because they're just consuming me. It's not good. I can't even go home. Watch this one. How's this one for you? Many times people, if they have to go home to the narcissist, let's say it's a sibling, family member, whomever, roommate, whatever it may be, they actually wait. They really do. They wait in their cars or stay later so they don't have to go home. Or in other words, they minimize their exposure to the narcissist. Let's say they get out of work at 5. Maybe they won't go home till 6, 7, or 8. Maybe they'll go work out or do something or grab, read a book or something, but they will, because they will want to not go home and be around that person, and they're hoping that that person who turns out to be the narcissist will be asleep. I hear it frequently. It's what happens. Now, is that any kind of relationship? Is that any kind of stability? No. If you are not looking forward to going home and having the front door open to a loving individual or a kind-hearted individual, then you need to consider where you're living, because the point is, a home is meant to be a place where you are safe and where you're secure and where you're welcomed and loved and you can be yourself. It's not a place where the minute the front door opens is you're expected to be vacuum cleaning everything, washing dishes, doing laundry, making the bed, folding things, dusting, sweeping. In other words, you working for the narcissist. Remember those days? That's what you would have to do. If that was you, drop comments below. There are so many different ways and so many different layers of the onion to peel back in narcissistic abuse. But the point is, when you're in the narcissistic fog, you will open the front door and you will be abused. You will be gaslit or stonewalled or given the silent treatment. But yet, what will you do? You will continue to work for the narcissist. You'll do the dishes. You will cook. You will vacuum. You will clean. You'll do whatever they want you to do. Because why? Because You don't have the wisdom yet, and you're in the narcissistic fog. You are in the zombie trance-like state. You are an extension of them, and they are literally the puppet master controlling what you do. That's how it works. It's not until you remove yourself and you get the wisdom, or that first light bulb moment you have, that you understand, oh my gosh, I was doing all this, and what were they doing? They were on the couch on one of their 3 smartphones getting supply while I was doing everything. Yeah, that's how it works. That's why you need to remove yourself. And if you were discarded again, my heart goes out to you. Or if the relationship ended at all, my heart goes out to you, because you experienced something that is one of the most toxic relationships you can experience on the planet. Having said that, though, if it did end and you were discarded or you removed yourself, remember, this is now your superpower. It's something that you did not want to experience, meaning you didn't want to engage in a narcissistic relationship, but yet you did, and you can't change the past. You need to learn from it and now have boundaries. Now learn to go no contact. Now learn how to say no, which is the strongest word in the English language. Not be a people pleaser. Put yourself first, second, and third. You are the priority, things like that. But when you're in the narcissistic fog, it's not a good place to be. It's not. And you may say, well, Andrew, does the narcissist know that they place you in the fog? They do. Because they place you in there on purpose to keep you working for them in the hopes, again, your hopes are that you're going to get back to that euphoric stage, so you're going to get a little bit of happiness. And yeah, you do get it sporadically, you do get it every now and again, but it's not real or authentic. It's just meant to keep you working for the narcissist. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you are on the planet. Remember, you are not alone. Things will improve. Take your time, focus on yourself, invest in yourself, take action that benefits you each and every day. Continue moving forward. I can't tell you enough how many people are making progress each and every day. They really are. They're getting light bulb moments. They're starting to understand that, wow, this isn't just me. I am not alone. There's a whole community of us. There are billions of us, and we are getting stronger each and every day. So do your best, focus on yourself, and continue on the path. Guys, I love you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great afternoon, morning, or evening. Okay, and I hope you liked the background. It was fun. All right, bye, guys.